let's see. Let me test this really quickly, and then I'll go on to a new workspace. All right. I won't go into a new workspace, but I'll go into a workspace that isn't clustered with stuff. I just want to make sure that my tail beasts are working and all the new stuff that I've added. So I need to test how many. Right now I just need to make sure that there aren't a cluster of Matatabi spawning. So there's a few there. Plus, oh god, that's not good. So I'm gonna have to fix up that afterwards. Oh god, they're all called. So, okay, so the helmet isn't working currently. Let me just send this to my modeler real quick. Oh no, I should probably send the one that I haven't edited, so that he doesn't think that I fucked it up somehow. Shit. Alright, so I'll send that to him. And then I need to test the Sobu. Okay, he's kind of like up in the air. He is a water mob as well. Come here, come on. Oh, wait. No, wait, yeah, he should be coming after me. He just doesn't want to. Alright. Well, that's working for the most part. So I'm going to close this workspace. Let me close that. And I'll open up my point system. So basically, this is just the ranged attack stuff, right? But if you go into like here, into this workspace here, and I'll just create a really quick texture. So it'll just be like a border. Yeah, you know what? That's good. And that's our icon. Range shoot. Oh no, I didn't. It needs to be another. So you're gonna want to set it as an other, or else you can't set it up to be on the screen. And then what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to get an overlay, and range shoot overlay. So then after you get your overlay, you're gonna snap components on grid. Do the range shoot PNG, use original scale. Actually no, since this is 16 by 16. If it's 32 by 32, it will be double the size of this, or not double. It'll be just bigger than this. So what you want to do is you want to use original scale. And then that way, what do you call it? Then that way you can show off some of your abilities, And then if you want to display what the keybind is, all you have to do is create a text, then color it and put it right next to it so that people know that it's that, or you can put it like right underneath. I find that putting right next to it is probably best. And then what you want to do next is you want to make a display overlay in game. So you're going to want to create the procedure. Now this is where you start working with variables, and they are your friend and not your friend at sometimes. So let's just call it ranged fidelity variable. I forgot an A. Right? Yeah. So now there's the ranged ability variable, and string variables are the fucking bomb. So go here. And then you put this here, and then if it, so if, oh, I need to, well, basically, if you made the variable beforehand, and I probably could have just done it there, but whatever, you're gonna want to save mod element. So then you would just want to change it to that. So if the player has the ranged ability variable that equals shoot, then it returns false. Else it would return false. I don't know if I said false twice there. If I said true once, I don't care. Oh, what do you do next? Oh yeah, you now need to make an item. So it's basic item. So you make that item, you put that in, and that doesn't matter. Then you want to go to triggers. When it's right clicked, and now this is all set upable either from when the player first joins the game, or when the player, what do you call it? Oh, I can't think of the word now. Or when the player uses an item. So all you're going to want to do is set this to what you've set it up to be. So this would be shoot. Now if you were making like a stand and you wanted to have this overlay, and you were doing like, let's say King Crimson, then you would set that to say like KG, or no, KC, or like King Crimson or King or something like that. Something that you can set it to, and you know that that it won't get like mixed up with other ones. Alright, you're going to want to go to single player and let it load up. So now you go to miscellaneous and you get your shoot variable. So now it shows Z, and now you can do that. So the overlay just helps with being able to see like kind of what you're doing, or like what abilities you have. It doesn't actually do anything to assist the move or anything like that. So that's how you do that, and then for unlocking, it's a whole different system, but it's quite cool. So instead of trying to make the entire unlocking system, I'm just going to kind of show it off. So I'll use Uzumaki. So, of course, this is a displaying game. Then that's the giver. So there's self-heal. So if I go back, and I go back once again, so now there's the locked stuff. So if I go into Uzumaki, basically what the locked is it's a return, and then you get the XP to a certain number and the clan that the person has. And so after that, if the player gets over 15, it will remove this little locked icon, but if they don't have that amount, then it will stay there. And then also there's the cooldowns. So you got cooldown 1. So basically all it's doing is it's checking to see if the player has the active potion. If they have the active potion, it returns true, else it returns false. And this is where it just gets weird or difficult. So this is for the first ability, and so what you have here is it's getting to see if the player has the element. If the player has the element and has the active potion for element cooldown, it logs, else it gets to see if the player has over 14, and then if it does, or if they do, play this is just for me, but play my custom jutsu sound effect, and then it will call the procedure for Fire Flower Shoot, and then we'll add potion level 1 for 300 ticks, and that's the element cooldown there. So mine bugged out when I was making my abilities, so now I have to put my potions in here, but you can usually just put them in the call procedure. Mine just wasn't working, so I had to put them in here. So that's an easy way of doing like cooldowns and stuff. If you guys want to know anything for making abilities, let me know and I can try and figure it out. Or if there's anything that you kind of want to know. Move that over there. I just need to I'm just going through and I'm changing up these so they have an animation, and that way they look better. Which stand system are you talking about? Like the summoning, or? Because I don't have the workspace anymore, but I can quickly make the summon. It's actually quite easy, and I know a new way to do it even faster now, which is better. But for my stands, I never actually got like a barrage or anything set up. I did get a time skip though, but that was all thanks to Hazard. Oh yeah, I can do that quick. It's actually quite easy. It's just like I'm just looking at this. It's just like this. It's just like my Sharingan, except it summons on the body instead. So if I go to keybind, clan keybind, no, clans, no, where did I put it? I'm so disorganized with this area. I think it's in clans and dojutsu. Okay, here we go. Activate. So basically, all it is it's getting to see if the player's thing is Uchiha. So that would just be replace clan with stand, and then that with whichever stand you want it to be. And then if the event/target entity in inventory, or if they have this in their inventory, which is the Sharingan, but you would just change this to be whichever stand, then it would set global head. But this is just if you want to set whatever the player had in their inventory back to like this. So obviously this is the global head for event/target entity, so when they load in world, it checks to see what they have. So like basically it just replaces the Sharingan replaces whatever the person has on their head, and then once you click that keybind again, it puts back whatever the player had on their head. No matter what, it will give back their enchantments, the durability, the exact same helmet. So now there's an else, and this is if the player doesn't have it. It sends the message Sharingan. It sets whatever the player has on their head currently. Then it sets this to the armor slot, and then it plays, well, of course, the Sharingan sound. Now I believe that you just need to change this to 2, if I am thinking about it correct. I don't have it properly set up here, so, but basically that's how you would just do a summon, and then all you need to do is just bind it to the activate dojutsu keybind or activate stand keybind. And then really quickly I'll show you how to do a key category. It's actually pretty easy. So all you have to do is add localization. So you do that, and then you would just put in key dot categories dot and whatever you want it to be, and then just the name of your mod. Anything else you want to know about or kind of want help with? Trying to think of more things that I can kind of help with, to be honest. It's actually pretty easy. Well, somewhat easy. Let me just, here we go. Oh, I got a Gmail notification. Right. Okay. So here, so in procedure templates, what you can do is you can do with 70, what do you call it? Oops. Do with 75 or 70% chance, and this is just the 70. So like currently wind or lightning is the rarest, and the least rarest is earth for my elements. Except you don't want to have it so that it's this each time, or else it gets like, it gives the player multiple. So it needs to be in one continuous strand of stuff. And it's an easy way to make a bunch of randomizer things, because this is how I made, for my Hero Academia mod, this is how I made whenever you whenever you eat All Might's hair, it gives you a % chance to either get Deku 1 for all or All Might 1 for all, or just 1 for all prime. So this is a pretty simple setup, but it gets a little bit more challenging because I need to go through and I need to add in even more. And then actually that wouldn't be an else if, but that would be, I don't know what I was thinking at that time, but that would be its own do. And then that's just to see if the player gets Uchiha or not. So I'm just trying to fix Gmail's notification because it keeps changing. Anything else, or can you think of anything else that you kind of need help with? Oh yeah, I should probably save that. Bro, my computer better fucking blast off or something. Alright, yeah, I probably will. I live stream a lot on Twitch. That's where I do a lot of my stuff. And so it's a lot of just me working on my mod or stuff like that. But usually I show off some stuff where I kind of try and explain what I'm doing for the mod. So it does kind of pay off to watch them sometimes because you get to learn some pretty good stuff. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else kind of basic that I need to show off. I guess no, commands isn't really needed unless you really want them. Ooh, this is actually a pretty good one. So basically this this checks to see if when the player first joins the world. And so when they do, it gives, so it checks to see if they have the variable when join world. And then it will, if the player doesn't have that variable, it will send the message that I've set up. So it's just like thanking them for, here, oh. So this is just what it does. It's saying thank you for installing the mod, use these items to gain your abilities. And then it adds, what is this? Oh, it adds the ninja info card, some kunai, shuriken, paper bomb, and then 32 ramen. Then it gives the player the variable, and then that way when they join the world again, so when they rejoin, it won't do any of this. And then it sets the global chakra overlay, so it gives the player the chakra overlay, and then it sets the player's chakra to 0, and then that way when the player joins, if I go, there's its skills, so this is my full skill setup. So here's the chakra overlay. So it just sets this number to be 0, and then that way the player doesn't have any chakra to start off with. And then that way it's, I know it's not proper to Naruto. If you reach 0 chakra, you should be dead. So what I might do is I might set the player's chakra to be like maybe 20 or something, because with 20 chakra you couldn't do anything. And then I'll make another variable, and it will just do ticks, and it will check to see if the player's chakra, and if the player has less than or if the player has 0 chakra, then it will kill them, and that way it's proper. Oh wait, I didn't mean to open that. New world, create. So I'll just show it working. So here, I got all of the stuff and I have 0 chakra. If I leave and join the world again, I didn't get any of this stuff again, which this would all be doubled. I got the Hyuga clan and the fire element, and then that all goes away afterwards. And then something else that I'm working on is setting up element combinations. So you can use fire and wind if you press a keybind, which right now I have it set up to K. And then I think it's a B to charge your chakra. If I remember my keybinds that I've set up correctly. Yeah, charge chakra is B. So right now it's not doing anything. But if you get yourself just like 10 skill points, oops. What keybind is it? Goddamn. Oh yeah, it's 0. So now I have 10, so I can put 5 into chakra, and obviously it won't let me charge. Shit, I keep pressing the wrong keybind. But then you can put another 5 into there, and then now you have 10 chakra. But it lets you charge all the way up to 1000. The problem is you have to keep pressing B, so I'm going to try and figure that out so that you don't have to keep pressing it. You can just hold it down. So let me look at that real quick. No, I don't think I can do that, sadly. But yeah, that's all that I really have to show that might be useful right now. So I'm gonna stop the stream just because there's nothing else for me to really show. And I think this should save to my channel as well, so if you want to go back and you want to